Dogs were checked and we are waiting for the tablets now, and then all seems fine, so yeah, almost ready to go.
Thank you. Bye.
So we're done just before time actually, so 116 euros it cost us those little pieces, but that's all good. We're ready to go, so yeah.
Yep.
Hello. We are in Freiburg right now after the doc's appointment, getting the diesel. So we'll be crossing the borders very soon, but we checked the prices on Google, and it says that the prices of diesel in France and Germany are very similar. But we took advantage, we found the cheapest one in the area where we've been, and just getting some diesel. We'll be probably covering some miles now.
A few moments later.
Last night I arrived to the outskirts of Calais, only 35 kilometers away. So we decided we're gonna take a ferry a little bit earlier. So instead of taking the one at 8 p.m, we're trying to get the one at 10 past 11 in the morning. So yesterday was pretty much raining. We had just literally a few hours gap with no rain. And the forecast for today in Calais was great, but anywhere else was just horrible. So we decided to drive a little bit further. We got here to the camping car air again, and then we stayed overnight, and now we're heading to the bakery to get some breakfast rolls, and then moving towards ferry terminal. So hopefully to reach home either today, late night, which is Friday today, or we'll just stop over somewhere in the middle of the UK and then stay overnight and then drive tomorrow and reach home by 12 p.m. So great place, Boulangerie Sandwicherie, and it's literally very close to where we stayed, and it's a 3+1 offer. So you get 3 baguette, but you get 1 free, and we get 3 pastries, and you get 1 free too. So 2 items for free we got there. We arrived to White Cliffs of Dover. More specifically, we are in the St. Margaret's Cliff car park. There's quite a lot of spaces. Usually it's £2 per hour, but today the machines are broken, so the parking is free. Unfortunately, you can't stay here overnight. So we took earlier ferry today. So instead of sailing at 8 p.m, we took the one at 11. So we had to pay additionally around £40, I think £38 we paid. So if we would take one ferry before our one booked, so the one at 3 o'clock, the ferries are very limited today. I think it's not so busy, that's why. We wouldn't pay anything. But if you take at least 2 ferries, two plus ferries from the booking time, you'll just need to pay additional fee, also based on availability, but usually it's fine, the gentleman said. So basically you can even take a ferry a few days before or after, but then you'll require to pay some additional fee. So instead of buying flex on your first instance, you can just buy exact ferries for exact times, exact dates. And then when you decide, okay, you want to sail earlier or later, you can just pay at the check-in the additional fee. So that was very convenient. So yeah, we are just walking around the beach in Dover, but then the plan for today, we're just gonna go back to the van and drive towards York. We've got a spot in York. So York overall is very expensive, not only for hotels and places to stay, but also for car parks and motorhome areas, and they are quite restricted with free parking. So there isn't many, or if they are, they're quite far away from the city center. We managed to find one which we used before, actually, kind of like a motorhome air. It's £25 overnight, but it's only 40 minutes walk, a very easy walk to the city center of York. We fell in love when we've been there for the first time, and therefore we decided we will stop in York overnight. We're probably gonna take an evening walk, or maybe the morning one as well, and then head off towards Edinburgh tomorrow, hoping to reach by 2 p.m, 3 p.m. That's the plan. So we don't want to force ourselves too much. So yeah, so the plan For the rest of the day, probably 6 hours, 5 hours drive. And as we started our journey here with a first stop in Newcastle, Angel of the North, we are ending the chapter of this journey, 3 weeks of traveling. 2 more hours to go. We're back home in Edinburgh, and yeah, getting ready for next adventure. So stay tuned, subscribe to the channel, and see you on the next one.